Richard Dennis with a reading from my novel Fiume Restoral. The men on the train shouted the war cry again and again, as though it were 1915 all over again, as though the years since the armistice had wiped from their brains all memory of the agony and blood and death and destruction the war had caused. They clamored for action, perhaps because they hadn't seen any, or because they had and were survivors, and thus felt invincible and invulnerable. How could Sean talk to them about the future when they were so eager to repeat the horrors of the past? This was all a big mistake, coming here to the station. He didn't belong in Fiume, with men so euphoric about fighting, so willing to ignore the war's bloody lessons. He'd been too distracted the previous evening by drink and by James's needling, to say nothing of the expensive minutes spent with Gretchen, to consider what it would feel like to mingle with such men. Marinetti must be outside the station by this time, he figured, but he didn't want to face the man who would prod him into boarding the train to a city where he didn't belong. Marinetti would of course be too proud to come inside the station looking for him. Sean picked up his bags and moved closer to the platform, closer to the train he refused to board. The old black locomotive let out a loud whistle, drawing the last of the soldiers aboard. White hissing steam now poured from the smokestack and mingled with the gray smoke. Piston rods and connecting rods began pushing and pulling the steel wheels in slow rotation. "Fiume!" somebody yelled, and another cheer went up inside the carriages. The train rattled forward with deliberate, unhurried momentum, its bulk covered with smoke, and vanished in a grove of oak trees. Sean picked up his bags and trudged outside. And please check out my novel, Fiume Restoral, on sale on Amazon and other fine retail sites.